Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, we have Gerard Smith, Head of Digital Assets and Carbon at Nasdaq, to discuss the features behind Nasdaq's new carbon market technology available through Nasdaq's Marketplace Services platform. Gerard, it is great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Hi, Jill. Thanks for having me.
You got it. And can you describe what the capabilities of the new technology are? What are some of the key features of it?
Yeah, so it's deployed on what we call Marketplace Services platform. And Marketplace Services Platform, MSP, is the term we use to describe, kind of an umbrella term that we use to describe our services that we deploy on the cloud as a service. So we already have trading technology and market surveillance technology deployed through MSP. What we're excited to announce now is that we now have services around issuance, settlement, and custody specifically aimed at the carbon market. So the use case for the platform in its first iteration is around providing technology for carbon registries in the voluntary carbon market. And we're aiming with the technology to provide kind of the technology which will allow the institutionalization of the market with some various end-to-end flows for carbon. So the issuance of carbon credits using a comprehensive token taxonomy, the change of ownership of those credits, so the settlement of those credits using comprehensive account structures, omnibus account structures, etc., and then the custody of those credits and the asset servicing of those credits. So in the case of carbon, that means processes around the retirement of carbon credits. All of that is powered by a comprehensive set of APIs, and we deploy it in a flexible way. So always using a smart contract powered application layer. And then under that, the customer has a choice of single node or multiple node distribution. And then underneath that, they have a choice of centralized database or enterprise blockchain, if that's what they want to go for. And like I said before, it's all on SaaS. So that means that we can continuously push new features of the software to the customer all the time.
Who can use the new capabilities and what are the benefits for the users?
Yeah, so like I said before, we have the core platform that does issuance, settlement, and custody. And then on top of that, what we have is we've defined these things that we're calling service packs. So this first service pack is for carbon credits. And then there will be other service packs that we put on top of the platform. So parallel to carbon credits, we're also working on government and corporate bonds as a service pack. So therefore, the customers that might use the platform could be or anyone who wants to deploy this type of technology on a private permissioned network. So it could be exchange groups, it could be fund managers that are looking to tokenize funds, carbon registries that we've talked about before, or anyone that's looking to reimagine the way that they do a current process if that process is manual and multi-party. And then the other use case would be anyone that wants to bring to market a new asset class like carbon. But like I said before, we're aiming specifically at the moment at the carbon registry solution, which brings scaling and transparency, standardization to the carbon market.
You recently attended COP28. What are your key takeaways from the conference?
It was a great conference. COP is like a super kind of convener of so many different bodies and entities from around the world. They get together, they share best practice, talk about standardization and the kind of practical next steps that nations can take to meet their kind of climate targets. But from my point of view, having just launched the technology that I've been talking about, it was great to see such a great level of interest from global institutions, policymakers, and of course, our normal customers, which are market infrastructures. So all of those kind of groups really interested to hear how we can work together using the technology to bring ecosystems around carbon markets and make them more scalable.
All right, Gerard, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.